Here he comes. The man, the myth, he who thinks he's a legend, but he's not.
I am a legend.
Legend of the Karl on the Kayak.
Karl on the Kayak. Season premiere. Hello, audience. Dan, the cameraman behind the camera. Say hi, Dan.
Hello, audience. Coming to you from the banks of the Potomac with a brand new, as you're noticing, kayak.
What are your thoughts on the kayak, Dan?
I like it. I like it. I like that your dad painted it camo.
Yeah, you can't see it right now, but we're going to paint it a dark green because, you know, people could rob it. I mean, look at this. It's a beautiful...
Yeah, but it's giving up the Carolina blue. I'm not sure I'm down with that, you know?
That's for another episode, Dan. We also have a person here, a good friend of mine, named Brett, that will not be named. He doesn't want to be on camera.
Oh, he moved. He's stealthy. There he is. Hi, Brett.
Hello.
Brett's in here from Denver, so he came specially for Karl and the Kayak season premiere and to see his family, I guess. So, you know how this works. I get questions from readers, and I talk about the truth. So that's what we're here for. We're here to speak the truth. So I want to start off with this Tom Brady Deflategate BS. It's the most overblown controversy I've ever seen. It's ridiculous. We're talking about deflated balls when there's people getting beat up in elevators.
Come on, you like talking about deflated balls.
And they weren't even deflated. Like, there's no evidence, and yet he gets 4 games. Yet there's no evidence. I don't understand that. Can someone explain that to me? This is all because of Spygate. This has nothing to do with Deflategate. It's all because of Spygate, and it's like the punishment afterwards. That's all it is. Tom Brady's going to get 0 games. He's going to come. We're going to be 14-2, win our 5th Super Bowl. So that's that. Also want to talk about Law & Order SVU finale. So Mariska Hargitay obviously is my #1 gal. I love her since day one. First time I saw her, I was in love. She had some controversial things to say at the end of the episode about Stabler, and I think it was taken out of context. She loved Stabler. She just wanted to make Amaro feel like he belonged those last 4 years. So let's not take that out of context. Great episode, great finale. I hope the show runs till I'm 97 years old, which would mean she would be like 113, still looking hot.
Hot.
Hot. Oh, we got some people in the background. No planes today, though.
We are out in Great Falls, by the way. We switched it up for the season premiere.
Yep. So they probably think I'm like some schizophrenic dude just talking. So without further ado, let's go to the questions. So we have from Bob in Boston. We have a question about Reggie Lewis. He says, so Bob's an older gentleman. He looks like Anderson Cooper.
Silver Fox, baby.
Silver Fox. He says, do you think Reggie would have led the Green to a championship if he hadn't died just when he was entering his prime? Answer to that is, the answer to that is no, because we would still need another piece. He would be a star. We still didn't have, Xavier McDaniel's not going to get it done. We had a crappy poo-poo platter of other players on the team. I don't think he would have led us to a title unless we would have done something drastic in free agency. So the answer to that is no. From Chris Milano in Boston, he says, if you could drop everything and take a vacation anywhere, where would you go? Ireland. I need to be with my people, the Gingers. We're a race that's becoming extinct, and I feel like I need to go there and procreate, to be quite honest. So Ireland, just
Lord
for the
help
sake
us.
of a nation.
Lord help us.
Where?
Lord help us.
Yeah, I know, right? Another one of me running around. That's from Sal. What is the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to be happy. Whatever that means to you, it's to be happy. We're so negative in this day and age. The news. You turn on the news, you hear about Syria. You hear about this like Baltimore stuff. Just come to the river and like chill and relax. Be happy. Appreciate what you have. Yeah, life does suck sometimes, but we also get a chance to do things like this and breathe fresh air. So have perspective. The meaning of life is to be happy and to appreciate what you have. What is your 5-year plan? That's a loaded question. So my mom would say I need to have a wife and kids like within 2 years. My 5-year plan is to continue in recruiting and then eventually open up my own coaching practice. And I might do my coaching sessions from the river. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it could work. It would be,
work.
you know.
So serene here.
Yeah, it is. You'd probably fall asleep, though, during the coaching session. That would be bad.
Probably would. Probably would.
Let's get your 5-day plan. How about that?
5-day plan. Party with Brett. Drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Go to the pool.
By the way, audience, he cheated on Starbucks this morning.
Let's not put that in video.
Too late.
The next question is, do you think Mariska is very good at what she does in bed? I won't speak to that specifically, but Mariska is good at everything she does. She's the light of my life, and she's the one and only. So, of course, she would be good at anything, so she'd be good at that. And the last question for this episode is, what is the difference between Courthouse and Ballston? For those of you who don't know, I moved from Courthouse to Ballston, to the east side to the west side, North Arlington, you know, the main streets. And got a much nicer place, new furniture. I'm like classy now, I guess. The main difference is a lot more office buildings in Ballston. There's not a lot of like, you know, corner bars, I would say. There's no Wilson Tavern. Not that there was one in Courthouse, but the main difference is really the people are a little bit different, a little bit younger in Ballston. So overall, I like it so far. But we'll see. I love my new place.
We might have to film an episode of Karl on the Kayak from your apartment just so that people can see the new, improved furniture and decor. And I mean, it's like he's an old man.
Like as soon as I turned 30, I had like a mid-quarter life crisis and started like buying a bunch of crap that was nice.
Beer pong tables are gone, audience.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
no more beer pong. So that's gonna do it for this episode. But Dan, tell me about your feelings about the Ohio State Championship.
Still loving it. Still loving it. Went out and did something I would never do, which is buy a $400 championship jersey because they sold out in 13 seconds online. But intend to rock it all of next season. I think our quarterback controversy is a good thing. I think having 3 guys that are equally able to win another national championship is probably pretty awesome because somebody's going to get hurt. He may. I don't know. He probably would have done it by now. You know, the Florida State rumors are out there, but they didn't materialize. You know, we only lost really like 2 guys. So, I mean, we're stock locked and ready to go. You know, it just depends. We're going to the first game at Virginia Tech here, so I'm hoping we beat the hell out of them based on their...
Probably a lot of Hokie fans watching this.
That's fine. It's okay. They had their moment in the sun when we were young and still forming last season, but, you know, we still overcame that and won, you know, the national championship. So I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be good. Scarlet and Gray is going to be #1 again. And you can't doubt Urban Meyer, you know. I hated him when he's at Florida, but he's a Buckeye now, and he was a Buckeye before, so back in the fold. I like it.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for episode 1. As always, follow us on Twitter. Karl, what is it? Karl on the Kayak.
I don't know. There's so many stuff. Twitter,
YouTube,
we got YouTube.
Probably on like Pinterest.
By the way, we as most of you noticed, you may have noticed, we have a new logo. So we're discussing with the t-shirt people, the t-shirt department, about getting those made. We're a little bit worried about copyright violations in some of the design.
Funding for a t-shirt department?
It's called Ourselves. We got to kickstart this. That's what we got to do. We're gonna kickstart Karl on the Kayak. So watch for that. We'll make sure you get like a half-price t-shirt. We can't go free. I mean, this isn't a charity, but you know, we'll try and get the best.
First 5 people to share this post
get
a free t-shirt.
Best deal we can. But if you guys have suggestions on colors and things like that, give us a shout out, and we'll take it in consideration.
All right, we'll be back for next time.
Until next time, audience.